Well, ladies and gentlemen, digital investors of the crypto space, Bitcoin is breaking out. It is up to $12,833 at the time of recording. As you can see on CoinGecko, this 7-day chart, these prices are just slammed upward. Ethereum at $398, almost nearing $400. I'm sure on some chart it's probably already kissed 400. If not, we are not far away at all. XRP at 25 cents. Chainlink up $1 from yesterday, went from 10, jumped all the way up to 11. Polkadot out of the $3 range and into 415. Litecoin up to 53. Cardano at 10 cents, not really doing much, along with Bitcoin, SV, Monero, and EOS not doing too much yet. Stellar 8 cents. So some coins have taken off really well. They are running with Bitcoin. Other coins are still kind of going sideways, which is fine. Every coin gets its turn. We've been in crypto long enough. We kind of know how this goes. Everything doesn't pump all at once, which is kind of nice because if you are trading these markets, then you're able to, trade in and out of coins and really maximize profits. But why is everything up? Well, PayPal is allowing cryptocurrency buying, selling, and shopping on its network. Now, guys, this is something to be really excited about. On this channel, we've documented PayPal going for their bit license and a myriad of other things that PayPal has done to basically make progress in the cryptocurrency space and the adoption of cryptocurrencies. And now this is basically about as bullish as you can get. This is major, guys. And of course, they're going to be rolling this out to Venmo because who owns Venmo? PayPal owns Venmo. So not only will this be hitting PayPal, but you can probably guarantee it's going to be hitting Venmo. So let's read this a little bit. PayPal Holdings Inc. just joined the cryptocurrency market on Wednesday, allowing customers to buy, sell, and hold Bitcoin and other virtual coins using the U.S. digital payments company's online wallets. PayPal customers will also be able to use cryptocurrencies to shop at the 26 million merchants on its network starting in early 2021. PayPal hopes the service will encourage global use of virtual coins and prepare its network for new digital currencies that may be developed by central banks and corporations. President and Chief Executive Dan Schulman said in an interview, "We are working with central banks and thinking of all forms of digital currencies and how PayPal can play a role." So not only is PayPal releasing services for cryptocurrencies, guys, but they're working with central banks. Just think about that. What could PayPal possibly be working with central banks for? What role are they playing? And this is all going to further the adoption of cryptocurrencies. And right now, people are just watching the news. They have no clue about this. U.S. account holders will be able to buy, sell, and hold cryptocurrencies in their PayPal wallets over the coming weeks. It plans to expand to Venmo in some countries in the first half of 2K21. Other mainstream fintech companies like Square and stock trading app Robinhood allow users to buy and sell cryptocurrencies, but PayPal's launch is noteworthy given its vast reach. The company has 346 million active accounts around the world and processed 222 billion in payments in the second quarter. So PayPal has a much bigger reach than these other companies. So cryptocurrencies tend to be volatile, making them attractive to speculators, but a lot less appealing to merchants and shoppers. Transactions have been slower and more costly than other mainstream payment systems. Cryptocurrency payments on PayPal will be settled using fiat currencies such as the US dollar, meaning merchants will not receive payments in virtual coins. PayPal, which has secured the first conditional cryptocurrency license from the New York State Department of Financial Services, will initially allow purchases of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies called Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. It said it partners with Paxos Trust Company to offer the service. So we covered it when PayPal applied, and they applied. We saw where they were doing it with Paxos for their Bit license through the Department of Financial Services, and obviously they have been approved, and very quickly they are rolling out these services. So it's almost really cool to see how quickly the rollout is. It's like they want to get it going now. It almost makes you wonder why. It almost makes you wonder if PayPal and people connected to PayPal, have something to win here. Maybe they have their bags packed. Maybe they've been in cryptocurrencies for a while and they are now deciding to put on these on rails. And also, guys, our timeline. This timeline doesn't get any better. Like, this storm is brewing like so perfectly, exactly what we could have wanted. It is just the perfect pot that is coming together. This is so bullish, guys. The amount of people that are going to be opened up to this through PayPal, being able to, again, allowing cryptocurrency buying, selling, and shopping on its network. I am most excited for the shopping, because imagine when people realize, especially when these cryptocurrencies get volatile and we're in the bull market, like the real bull market. I mean, you put money in 1 hour, and by the next hour, you can be up 20-30%. So people are going to be, just putting money into cryptocurrencies. Then they're going to be up. Then they're going to be shopping with it. I mean, most people aren't going to be hodling their Bitcoins to 1 million. Like, yeah, we'll be here. We'll be doing all that stuff. But most people are very irresponsible with their money. And I don't think finding Bitcoin is suddenly going to change their financial habits. I think people, might make some speculative money, start spending that money, make money. It's going to be so crazy. But now you just add shopping into the mix. I mean, so many people have PayPal accounts. Some people are shopping all day. So this really goes as well towards just the adoption of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because real adoption isn't really speculation, right? And speculating that these prices will go higher. But to me, real adoption is real people actually using this system, and PayPal allowing shopping. To me, that is real, genuine adoption, when we're going to see people using cryptocurrencies to do their shopping online or at stores or however it is that is going to be done. So this is huge news, guys. Make sure you drop this video a like, subscribe to the channel, because now we're going to go over some of the bad news. Well, not really bad news, but if you're looking to buy through PayPal, that might not be the best option. Okay, so not your keys, right? You own the cryptocurrency you buy on PayPal, but will not be provided with a private key, PayPal wrote in a help post. PayPal cast the restriction as a loss prevention tactic. So the question was, will I get a private key for the cryptocurrency I buy on PayPal? And PayPal replied saying, you own the cryptocurrency you buy, but will not be provided with a private key. In case you are wondering, a private key is a person's secret code to access and manage their cryptocurrency. If lost, stolen, or ever forgotten, they can never get their crypto again. Pretty risky in its own right. If you can log into your PayPal account, you will have access to cryptocurrency balance that you hold. So if you are looking to invest into Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies long term, right? Any of the cryptocurrencies PayPal sells, along with the cryptocurrencies that are on Robinhood and some of the other apps that allow cryptocurrency, but you don't actually own that cryptocurrency because you cannot take it off the platform. It's kind of like you own it within the platform, but the company or whatever company that is holding that asset really owns the crypto, and you're kind of just like interacting with that crypto through the intermediary, which could be PayPal or Robinhood or any other of these companies, even Cash App, right? So still, the best way to buy your crypto is going to be from an exchange, right? Instead of PayPal, maybe just put in a little bit of the extra work and at least go to Coinbase, because at least on Coinbase, yeah, the fees are high. PayPal might have lower fees, but at least if you're buying on Coinbase, then you could move your own crypto. Like, you own the actual crypto. You don't just own it within Coinbase and you can only buy, sell, or shop. You can move that crypto to a secure wallet if you wanted to. Even better than Coinbase after that would be, an exchange with lower fees, right? You can take a look at Binance. You can take a look at KuCoin. There are plenty of crypto exchanges out there, but make sure you own your keys, because if you're planning on your crypto being worth a lot of money one day, why not treat it as such now? But despite you not being able to buy your keys, remember, guys, the masses don't care about this. And I'll sit here, I'll preach to you guys to put it on your own keys. And I know some of you will listen, and I'm sure a lot of you won't. And coming into this space, it's going to be more and more of the type of people that just won't do it. They're going to be just too lazy to do it. They're not going to want to do it. And so that's fine. People are going to have to learn and make their own mistakes. So it is still good, because people are going to still use it. Just because it's not the best choice for me or the best choice for you doesn't mean that other people are not going to use this and that this is not going to bring massive adoption, because it 100% absolutely is. And I'm more excited now for crypto than I ever have been before. This is pretty amazing. So it also goes on, you can only hold the cryptocurrency that you buy on PayPal in your account. Additionally, the cryptocurrency in your account cannot be transferred to other accounts on or off PayPal. Only 49 out of 50 US states have coverage at launch, with Hawaii, a notoriously tricky state for crypto companies, excluded from the list. We plan to expand this service to select global markets in the first half of 2021, PayPal said. And there's also a $10,000 weekly buying cap and a $50,000 limit per 12-month period. All trades must be executed in US dollars, PayPal said. And as part of Wednesday's formalities, the New York State Department of Financial Services said it had granted the first conditional bit license to PayPal for a partnership with Paxos Trust Company, enabling customers to buy and sell cryptocurrencies. So this is basically all thanks to PayPal and the Paxos Trust partnership, which was approved. So DFS's approval today follows our June 2020 announcement for a new framework for a conditional bit license to encourage, promote, and assist interested institutions to have a well-regulated way of access the New York virtual currency marketplace in a way that is both timely and protective of New York consumers through partnerships with New York authorized virtual currency firms, said Lacewell in a statement. It also says DFS will continue to encourage and support financial service providers to operate, grow, remain, and expand in New York, and work with innovators to enable them to germinate and test their ideas for a dynamic and forward-looking financial services sector, especially as we work to build New York back better in the midst of this pandemic. Now, with the DFS's approval, New York State chartered Paxos will be able to provide trading and custodial services to PayPal to allow the fintech giant's 346 million customers to buy, sell, yada yada cryptocurrencies. Awesome stuff, guys. If you guys are enjoying the video and you like daily cryptocurrency updates, make sure you subscribe to the channel because Bitcoin, altcoins, and basically everything going on crypto, we cover it here. So subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every single day when I upload. And also, if you guys could like the video, it helps tremendously in growing the channel and getting the word out, and I always appreciate any support that you choose to give. Let me know in the comments below how you're feeling about this PayPal news. I'm sure you guys have to probably be as bullish as I am. I mean, it's not every day we get news this big. In the crypto space, we do get a lot of good news every day, but news this big, it's got to be celebrated in a way. Our fear and greed index for today is at 61. We did already check the prices. Bitcoin was at 12,800. I give this a little refresh, still sitting at 12,800. Also wanted to show you guys this from at @dlaw_BTC on Twitter, and he's giving a Bitcoin quoted in Brazilian, I think it's reais, I'm not sure the correct pronunciation, but it's the Brazilian dollars basically. It's now at an all-time high trading against Bitcoin. He says, who will start the count of in how many currencies BTC is already there? So Bitcoin against the Brazilian real. Okay, maybe it's the real. That's what it's saying here. So the Brazilian real against Bitcoin is it breached its old all-time high, right? And guys, what were we talking about yesterday? The Bitcoin shortage, the economic collapse, right? The dollar devaluation. If it's already happened in Brazilian reals, it's happening in other countries, it's happening with other currencies, and our dollar is being devalued. Eventually, this will happen with the dollar, and we will breach $20,000. When? We don't know, but it's happening in other currencies. And as long as the Fed continues printing, we have talks of stimulus, we have so many talks of printing for, on top of the usual printing the Fed already does. At this point, guys, along with PayPal, to me, and not financial advice, of course, this is just documenting the news, but the Bitcoin bull run, the cryptocurrency bull run, to me at this point is inevitable. I don't know about you guys, but I am 100% confident in my investment. And I don't know, just make sure you guys have your portfolios right. You want to be in before this big wash of money comes in, before all this retail, before people are buying things on Amazon with crypto by using their PayPal, right? Like, it's going to get pretty insane, and you want to make sure you're in before all of that. We'll wrap this up here with Microsoft and Apple will buy Bitcoin within 5 years, says macro guru Raoul Paul. You might be thinking, why would they buy Bitcoin? Well, if you guys have been watching my videos, we've gone over MicroStrategy, we've gone over Square and Stone Ridge. And as we know, we were talking about how those are dominoes, the first few dominoes in a series of dominoes that will be falling, because now companies have to compete. Exactly the same thing with PayPal, right? Now that PayPal allows cryptocurrency buying, selling, and shopping, every other company like PayPal, every other major company is going to also have to come up here. They're going to have to come up to bat and offer this, or they're going to be left behind. As we know, cryptocurrencies are revolutionary. They grow in popularity more and more every single year. So companies are either going to do this or they're going to die out, and companies like PayPal will take over. Companies that are innovative are going to thrive, and companies that just can't, and they just can't produce, they're not effective, they're going to go out of business. It's just going to be that simple. So Raoul Paul says Bitcoin is the life raft that will take the population and corporate giants through the end of global fiscal policy as we know it. The former Goldman Sachs hedge fund manager is comparing the CV-19 recession to the 2008 financial crisis, but he goes further and predicts the U.S. economy will reach an insolvency phase when growth doesn't materialize like people expect. He says governments around the world are relying on central banks to backstop them and provide unprecedented levels of global stimulus via money printing. Europe will also have a serious problem. Paul says, "I'm not entirely sure how the Europeans are going to keep hold of their banking system in the middle of this, and I feared for a long time it may end up getting nationalized." Paul says central banks are going to eat the banking system and that cryptocurrencies are eating finance. He also says he's going to be bloody surprised if some of the biggest companies in the world like Apple and Microsoft aren't sinking cash into Bitcoin within 5 years to protect their capital from dollar devaluation, following companies like Square and MicroStrategy, right? Exactly, guys. As MicroStrategy and Square perform well, as other people see that they have retained buying power by investing in digital assets like Bitcoin that are meant to be deflationary rather than fiat, which is inflationary, they're going to follow. You know, it's basic common sense. They're going to follow, or they're going to watch their buying power diminish into nothing. So it's an easy choice for a business, because a business's main concern is making money, preserving that money, you know, keeping the business alive. A business is a machine. You got to take care of it. And if the reserve asset for your machine is being devalued year after year, do you replace the part, or do you continue to let it wear down and tank your entire business? I think you're just going to replace the part. So the crypto trader and analyst notes that central banks are responding to the economic situation by talking about adopting their own digital currencies. He thinks that's a bullish development for Bitcoin. So what he says is nothing is a reserve asset like Bitcoin. Literally nothing, not even gold. It is truly extraordinary. So innovative, we have no idea where it's going. And when we talk about Bitcoin, we can also look at other parts of the digital asset ecosystem that is not going away. The genie is out of the bottle. Ethereum's not going away. Digital assets, tokenization, it's all coming, and it's all going to slot into these new digital currencies brought by the central banks. So payment systems and rails and everything are going to change massively. Everything we understand, it's going to be as big a revolution of money that the internet was, from everything to email to video to shopping to commerce. It just changed the world we live in. That's the size of what this is. And this central bank digital currency is part of that narrative. And it is positive, I think, if you own Bitcoin. So guys, pretty awesome stuff today. Yeah, I woke up, I saw this, I got real excited, like more excited than I have in a while. You know, like I said, I'm used to good news. We're always getting good news about cryptocurrencies all the time. It's nothing new. But when PayPal allows buying, selling, and shopping with cryptocurrencies, I mean, that is a paradigm shift right there. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video as much as I enjoyed making it. If you did, you can drop the like button to show your support, and also subscribe. We are almost at 8,000 subscribers. The digital investor family is getting pretty strong, and I think by the end of this bull run, there is going to be just an ocean of us, an ocean of digital investors. So subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload, because I have some great videos planned in the next couple of days. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, and I'll see you all on the next one. All right, have a great day, everybody.